Happiness. So what is happiness? According to the Oxford English Dictionary, is actually the state of being happy, and happy is a feeling or showing pleasure or contentment. Mm-hmm. And physiologically, how does this happiness occur? It's basically due to 4 or a lot of other things, but let's look at 4 different hormones or brain chemicals that are responsible for this. So we have dopamine. So when there is a release of dopamine, we feel a sense of pleasure, and it's released when we find what we seek. Okay, so this can happen with food, sex, or even different drugs. Then we have oxytocin, so it's like the love hormone, and is released mainly when we hug, we cuddle, or socially bond. Okay, so our body and minds tend to relax whenever this hormone is released. We have serotonin. So this one is released when we feel that we are accepted by others, mainly when in leadership positions. So our boss tells us in front of everyone that we did a very good job. So we have this really nice feeling that it's because serotonin was released. And finally, we have the endorphins. So they actually mask the pain for us to survive in case, for example, of an injury. And it's released, one of the ways that it happens is with running. So it's one of the main hormones responsible for the popular runner's high. So this is my page on LinkedIn. And we have different components here of persuasive design that are meant to release the different types of hormones. So we have, for example, who viewed my profile, views on the post. So this is mainly dopamine and serotonin. Then we also have the messaging notifications. So it's dopamine, oxytocin. The notifications, actually what happens is the variable reward. So that's from the hook model. That's what happens is that we never know. So it's released when we find what we seek, but also while we are seeking, this is released.
And the problem in the online world is we are still social animals, and we still seek to do this kind of social grouping. So we go a lot to social media, or we go to websites that we like to feel like connected, or to feel like we're part of a group or something bigger. But the problem is that these websites that we tend to go to, like social media, they're designed in a manner that really promotes the ranking system. So it's really based on you kind of sharing your thoughts, and the feedback you're getting from putting something out on social media, the feedback you get is very ranking based. It's based on people liking your stuff or commenting or sharing back. And it's kind of like a measurable way.
So according to Roy Boymaster, willpower runs down when we resist many temptations, or when we perform lots of tasks that require self-control. And according to psychologist Kelly McGonigal, it is like a battery. Willpower is like a battery. It's full in the morning and empties along the day. The emptiest it is, the more unable we are to control ourselves. So choose good timings for decision making, since the levels of neurohormones vary throughout the days.